Corie and I have been upstairs working, but we come down to sit by the wood stove for a few minutes and have a little chat, give you a little channel update about some things that we've got going on. Feels good today, don't it, Corie?
Ooh, it's cold out there, so this stove is nice.
I think it was 20 this morning. It's warmed up some, but it hadn't warmed up much, has it? It's really chilly. Matt went hunting this morning. I said, how in the world do you stand it? He said he just loved it. Had a big, heavy frost. Everything was white. I had to go out and let the chickens out, and that was enough for me. It was really cold. I don't know how he stands it sitting in a deer stand, but he loves it. He really likes it. Austin likes it too, don't he?
He does, yeah.
He likes it. So we've been getting ready for Christmas. We got our tree yesterday. We've put it up, but we've not decorated it. I'm anxious to start pulling out all the Christmas decorations and get started on that. Of course, I want to do my greening of Christmas that I always do. And so I'm looking forward to that, but I wouldn't want to do it today.
That'd be a bad day for it.
Tramping through the woods and stogging around trying to gather stuff. I did spy a holly bush with red berries on it, or a holly tree down at Steve's.
Oh, I didn't know he had one down there.
And I don't know if we'll manage to do it, but I hope so. This year when we do our greening, I hadn't even told Corie this, I hadn't told nobody, but I hope that we can make some kind of little arrangement and take it to Miss Cindy's grave.
Yeah.
And maybe take one to Pap's too while we're there.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that. I make just like a little kind of list to keep up with, I guess, ideas that I'm going to buy for people, or maybe what I've bought them, just to help me keep it straight. And I've kind of got it like online, and so I've already got the names plugged in, and then I can just do a new one from where I do it from year to year. And Miss Cindy's name was on there, and that kind of made me sad. But then I put in there flowers for grief. So that's something that's on my list to do. So that's
sweet.
good. We can make something.
We could do something
for her and Pat.
May not get to that till next week, but that's sweet. That'd be sweet. So
Yeah.
it's hard to believe how time is flying by. Christmas is going to be here. I can't
Yeah.
believe this week is the 1st of December.
Yes.
I'm like, where did the summer go? Where did fall go? Fall especially just seemed to go by in a blink of an eye.
Fall always goes by faster for me than summer, I guess, because it's in between summer and winter, and then before I know it, it's like, was there even a fall?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, what? Did we just have Thanksgiving and everybody over and had a really good time? But it goes by so fast, yeah. If you hear any hammering and pecking and stuff, since we're downstairs, we're near Katie's shop, so this is one of the busiest times of the year for her, so she's over there working away. So if you hear any strange stuff, I talked to Greenie earlier today, and when it's cold like this, she for sure don't get out. She don't get out much anyway, but she was talking about how cold it was, and she's anxious to get ready for Christmas too. Maybe this week or next week we can help her. She just puts up a little tree, but we try to put it up and she don't put out much now, but put out her little things. And she's still feeling pretty good after her treatments are all over. And if you watched our Thanksgiving video, you seen her get to ring the bell, and she wanted some Chick-fil-A, so I got her some Chick-fil-A that day to celebrate. And she goes back in about a week, I guess, for a scan, and then we'll know if it did any good or not. We'll see what happens. So we're so thankful for all your prayers, but if you could be prayerful again about that, just continue to pray for Granny. She does say she feels better, and I think she's been able to rest a lot since we're not going every day to those treatments, so I think that's helped her some. She takes blood thinners because of she has a mechanical heart valve, so once you have something like that, that's just it. You got to do that for the rest of your life. And the chemotherapy really messed up her level of blood, so that's been an issue. But I think they've got that worked out now, and probably as the chemo's leaving her body, it'll even get better. So she's doing good, and thank you to everybody that's prayed for her and sent her well wishes and cards and everything. She really appreciates it. One thing I wanted to mention was I have mine and Jim Cassidy's cookbook, and I'll link to that in the description below. It's always there if you've not picked up your copy. But also I have a just a little download cookbook. It's not, you don't get anything in the mail, you just download it to your phone or to your tablet or to your desktop, and it's only 10 recipes, just my 10 favorite Appalachian recipes. And I've had it for a long time, longer than the cookbook, and it sells good. People buy it a lot of times. About every day somebody's buying it somewhere. Of course, I don't know all the people. But I think it confuses some people because it is a download. So if you're one of the people that have bought that, but you never could figure out how to download it, please let me know. Please let me know, and I'll help you with that. I noticed recently that there's a lot of people that buy it, and most people, either if they download it or if they can't download it, they email me and say, I can't figure this out, or they send me a message through Etsy and say, something's not right, I can't figure it out, and then I can help them. So if you're one of those people, never feel bad about reaching out. Just let me know, because I know sometimes it can be tricky on there, especially if you're doing it on your phone, or if Etsy doesn't do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to send you an email that's just easy for you to click and to download. But if you have any issues with that, please let me know. So the next thing I wanted to share was a few little updates about some things that we have for sale. But before that, I guess I'd like to say the last time we did an update like this, and we shared, of course, about my cookbook. I'm always telling about it. And then we had shared that we finally had merchandise. People had been asking us so much, could you get a shirt or a hat or a tote bag or something like that, sticker or something. We just love to have them. And we finally figured all that out and got it in place. But I had a few people, negative responses, kind of like, well, I'm sorry, you're a sellout, basically is what they were saying, is I can see you're only in this for the money. And I'm going to, I'm sorry, but I can no longer watch you. Which I said, that's okay, because it's a free country, everybody can do what they want to do. But it really made me think about it. I think there's a disconnect maybe for some people, not everyone. Most people was like, yay, I've been waiting on this, or congratulations to you, Tipper, for figuring all this out. But so it was very few people, but still I thought maybe I should address that. So if you want to become a YouTuber, if you want to do a content creator, you want to do that, to actually join YouTube's totally free. And if you have a cell phone, most people do today, you can just start videoing with your cell phone, and it's free to upload. That's all free. If you're going to do it as a business, though, then it gets more complicated. You've got to have, maybe you need lighting, like if you live on the north side of the mountain like I do, so you've got to have lighting. Once you start videoing a lot, you've got to have somewhere to put all that, and those files are big and they take up a lot of room. So you can't just keep them on your computer or your phone. Eventually it gets full and it won't let you do nothing else. Anyway, so there's a lot of things like that people don't think about, that there's a cost. But then if you're doing it like me, or like other people like me, there's a lot of, that's a whole industry now, is the content creators. Then you're actually making your living from that. So you're doing it to feed your family, to pay your bills, to provide for the future, thinking about retirement and things like that. So you have to have, money has to be part of it. Sadly, I wish I was independently wealthy, and, if I was a multimillionaire, and if all those crazy AI things were true, I'd just say, forget that, I'll just do videos for free, and, it won't matter. But when you've got, I guess, what do they call it, Corie, skin in the game? When you've got to pay bills and all that, you have to think about those things. So we do, like my cookbook, I really wanted to do that. That's like a labor of love for me and Jim Casta both. But of course we also, needed to make money. So that's part of it too. And I wish that I could, like I said, just do all that for free. But then even as I say that, I think about what I have done for free for a long time, for over 15 years, which is to write The Blind Pig and the Acorn. I've got paid very little for that. Maybe had an advertiser here and there, but overall, all free. And even that's not free, because you have to have a hosting company, you have to have a website, so you have to pay for all that. You have to have an email subscription service where you send that out each day to people. That cost. So there's a lot of cost to things that I think sometimes people don't understand. And even though maybe those people, it did seem like in that video we were talking about a lot of stuff we had for sale, like we're going to in this one, but there's one thing that we've not done so far, me or the girls, which is brand deals. So, and I turn them down by the day. Every day somebody approaches me, usually maybe 5 or 6 different people want me to do like a little advertisement in the middle of my video for them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's lots of YouTubers, that's how they make their money. They make their money from those deals, not necessarily from views. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But at the same time, I don't really want to do that, but then you got to make money somehow to support what we're doing. I think another maybe thing people don't realize is how long it takes to actually film a video, think about it, then edit it. I mean, there's a lot of steps, not even to mention uploading it and thumbnails and all that. It's a process. So, yeah, it takes a lot of time. So for many years, I worked a full-time job and did the Blind Pig and the Acorn. I still work a full-time job. This is a full-time job, and I do the Blind Pig and the Acorn. So it's a lot of work, but it's so enjoyable. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just trying to kind of to anybody that's like, man, you're a sellout. All you do is sell stuff now, which that's not. I knew that wasn't really true either because I don't sell stuff in every video. Anyway, to say all that, to kind of give a little explanation about that there is a cost if you're going to actually do YouTube as a job, if you're actually going to look at it like that, because you've got to think about your time, but then all the equipment and the backups and all those kind of things, it adds up, even though it's...
I'm sorry. Hello?
Anyway, it adds up. Corie had to take a little phone call there. She'll be right back, though. So we are so excited about those t-shirts and the caps and the things like that, so I will link to that down below. It's actually below all the videos now. They're on YouTube, if you can see that. If you click on one of them, then maybe click another time, you can go to the store and actually just see everything that's for sale. But I'll put that store link down there too, so you'll have it in the description. And I'll try to remember to actually link to it, comment it and in the first comment and pin that, so it'll be easier for you to find. I have my almanacs like I had last year, so those are available now in my Etsy store for 2024. If you remember maybe the almanac that your grandparents used or your parents, the red and white and black ones, so those are now available, and I'll definitely put a link to those. And then several people had asked about, recently in a video, Matt made some little photo holders for me, and people asked me if they could buy those. So those are available, not many, but just a few of them in my Etsy shop too, so I will link to that. I'll link also to the video though where Matt made them, because if you're handy, it was really, really economical, really basically free for us to make them. Matt went out into our woods and he cut down some laurel, which is rhododendron. You could use any kind of branch though, it wouldn't have to be that, and cut them into little pieces. He used a drill press to drill a hole, used a glue gun to actually make sure that the hole actually held the wire, but just for a little bit more insurance. And then the wire that he used, when he was still working for the county, they had uniforms. He had to wear a uniform, and it was the craziest thing. So and they washed them. We didn't wash them, so they would take them back each week. And each week, they had new hangers on them. And from the very beginning, I said, this is so strange. Why don't they take back the hangers? Why? And Matt said, I don't know, but that's just how they do it. They don't want the hangers. So it's just so inefficient, when you think about it. Every week giving you a new set of hangers, and they build up really quickly, as you might guess. So we have a lot of those hangers, so Matt used those to make the little curly Q that actually holds the photos. So you could definitely make them very easily. But if you're interested in them, we don't have very many, but I put them in our Etsy shop, and I will link to that. And of course I do still have mine and Jim's cookbook, and it's still selling really well, and I'm so thankful, and Jim is too. We've been so blessed by the reception that it's got. So I'll make sure to link to that. And the only other thing I was going to talk about as far as selling stuff was Katie's shop. As I said, this is her most popular or busiest time of the year. Of course, people buying stuff for the holidays. And so she's just got Santa's little workshop going, but she has that pretty much all year round. She stays really busy. But she has added enameling enameling, and it's beautiful, ain't it, Corie?
Yeah, it's exciting.
She brings a piece upstairs, and we're all like, oh,
Yeah, she's like, I don't know, and we're like,
it's perfect, and she's like, I don't know, I think I could do it better, and we're like, how? It looks so perfect. But she's made a lot of little trees and little ornaments, really beautiful.
Yeah.
I think they sell out pretty quick. Do you think I don't know what she's got in her shop, but we'll link to it.
Yeah.
And as always, I mean, she's always open to, if you need something, just reach out to her and ask her, you know, you're going to have more of this, or if there's something you've got in mind. But the enameling's just been beautiful, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. I really, really like it. I'm glad that she was blessed. Someone helped her it was a dream, but somebody helped her fulfill her dream. I'm very thankful for that. So let's see, Corie, I'm looking at my list. If that's about it, I think. Oh, and we'll go back to talking about Christmas. So I have a goal, and I hope I'm going to be able to make it happen. So this Friday will be December 1st, and I'm finishing up my last story of The 9 Brides and Granny Height. I read books. A lot of people don't necessarily listen to the readings, but for the folks that do, you'll know what I'm talking about. But my goal is for during Christmas, I would love to share some little piece of Christmas every day from the 1st through the 25th. So be on the lookout for that. Be just a little short, maybe even 2 or 3 minutes. I'm not sure how long they'll end up being, but just really short little video reading, kind of help everyone be in the Christmas spirit. Just a little Christmas story. So I think people will enjoy that. I know I will. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, and so be on the lookout for that. I'm excited about trying that too, just to see if people enjoy it. Last year I read and I can link to that. It's a wonderful Christmas story, The Christmas Barn, and it's a very special story, but it's so wonderful to us because it happened right here in our county. So it's really extra special. Extra special is what Pat would say. Extra special, but it is extra special. So I'll link to that, but people really enjoyed it. So I'm going to, since Granny Height is ending, I'm going to be starting another book that's Christmas themed for my Friday readings. I may read maybe do 2 readings a week of that book just to get it all in before Christmas, but also be on the lookout for those little short videos. I don't know, what could we call them, Corie? Like Christmas moments,
little bits of Christmas
memories. A lot of them will be like memories, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sharing Christmas memories from the past.
Something like that.
I don't know. Well, if you got any good ideas, leave us in the comments. Tell us what you think we should call them, but be on the lookout for that. And I think, I've not really asked Corie what she's got going on. I usually give her opportunity to talk. I think she's about sleeping by the wood stove.
I'm like rocking. I don't know why that's comfortable. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I would love to get some Christmas songs, on our channel this year. I say that slightly hesitantly because
you don't think it's going to happen.
Because I'm not sure if it'll happen. Christmas always happens so fast. As do a lot of the seasons, and I always kind of tell myself, okay, next year if you want to do stuff, you've really got to
start
think
like
ahead.
in July or something.
And I never do, and then it gets right up on it, and I'm like, so I don't know. I'd like to maybe work on that.
It's like magazines and things like that. When they're doing Christmas, they're like doing it probably in January. They're working on Christmas for 2024 or whatever. They do it way ahead of time. And like right now, they're probably working on July. You know.
Yeah.
But you can see why it goes. And then there's so many moving parts to whether you're doing a magazine or a video or whatever.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. It'd be nice if you and Katie could sing some Christmas carols. That'd be nice.
It would be. We did a song, what was that, I guess last year, year before, I'll Be Home for Christmas, and I was watching that yesterday on YouTube. That was so hard to learn and so hard to do. I don't think there's no way I couldn't even remember where to start to play it now.
But it's beautiful.
But it was beautiful, and I was really proud of it because it was so hard for us to do.
Do you have, on your channel, do you have a playlist of just Christmas songs?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but I could make one if I don't.
Yeah, and we could link to that, and people could enjoy just let it play in the background, whatever you're doing or watching.
That would be good.
Christmas music with the Presley girls. I wonder, can you add other people's stuff? I guess you can to a playlist. You could add Paul and Pap's, is what I was thinking. Then it would be like a whole Christmas playlist from
The family,
Pap and Paula and the girls.
That'd be nice.
Combinate all different combinations.
Yeah, different
Paul's done
combinations.
some by himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that's another thing I didn't mention, talking about things for sale, is that we do still have Paul and Pap's wonderful Songs of Christmas CD. It's my favorite to listen to this time of the year, so it's all those things are in our Etsy store except the merchandise, so we'll put both those links so you can jump over and go look at it. I think the only other thing I had, Corie, was before we started, I got Corie to look. Our channel, Celebrating Appalachia, is inching closer and closer to the big 250,000 subscriber mark, and we're so honored and humbled and blessed by that. We're so thankful, and thankful to each of you who stopped by to help us celebrate Appalachia. But I had a few people ask me, they noticed too, and said, well, what are you going to do, Tipper? Well, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't really think we're going to do anything elaborate. We have in our family, and we can't really say much about it, but there's a whole lot of moving parts going on right now. Different things going on, you know, getting closer to Katie and the baby and all those things like that. So I'm not sure that I can do anything very elaborate, but one thing I thought about was going live. And we don't have a date for it, so my thought is that we would just do it one day when it hits 250. So if you don't catch it live, then you could, you know, see it later. Doesn't it work like that? It records
Yeah,
it.
it'll
So,
be good.
and it would just be a very short hello, and we're happy and thank you so much, like a thank you thing. So you can be on the lookout for that. There's really no way for us to know when it's going to turn over to reach 250. And of course that may be in the middle of the night when we're sound asleep, and then by the next morning it's past that. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But that's one thought I had, is that could we hop on and just say thank you? I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We've done giveaways in the past for 100,000 and then 200,000. I would love to be in a situation where we could like do have a big party thing, but definitely it won't be for the 250. Maybe if we ever reach 1 million. That's we're a long way from that though.
I'd love to have like a meet and greet thing. And we met a lot of people at the Cookbook signings, which was
Oh, it was
awesome.
so nice. That was the best thing about the signings,
And it was
meeting
so
people.
fun that it was like, wow, what if we had a
What
meet
if we
and
had
greet?
like an all-day event? Because
Yeah.
in those situations, we're only there for a certain amount of time at the store, and then of course there's people behind them, so it's not like you can really sit and talk for a long time. But yeah, those were so rewarding. I enjoyed those so much.
Yeah.
Those were great. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we can. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
We could have some kind of event in Brasstown.
That'd be cool.
Have a food truck, and better than a food truck, if we could get like Carolyn and them to like do pinto beans or something,
Yeah.
do soup beans, and they could, you know, benefit the community center
Yeah.
that way. And
Make some dessert.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
big dreams. I guess we're just dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd take a lot of work, and I'm not sure when that would happen, but we'll see. Well, I think that's about it. I got to go upstairs and cook supper, and probably time for Corie to head home. Unless I can entice her and Austin to eat with us tonight.
You never know what you having.
I'm having a pork roast. Yeah,
Sounds
green
good.
beans, mashed potatoes.
Okay, you had me at the green beans and mashed potatoes. I think I could eat green beans just... Sometimes I have eat green beans for 3 meals a day. Sometimes I have them, if I have some left over, I'll eat them with eggs for breakfast.
There is a strong love of beans in our family, but and I like green beans, but who loves them is Granny, and I think she's passed that on to all of her grandkids and her
I love
great
green
grandkids. All of them, they love green beans.
I don't know, there's just something about them, and if I feel sick or something like that, you know, and it's hard to think of something that you could eat if you feel sick, green beans.
Yeah.
Green beans and salt them up real good. I could eat those anytime.
I went through a spell when I was, I don't know, maybe a young adult, or maybe even when I was first married, where I got, like Granny would say, foundered. I got foundered on green beans, and I
Got sick of 'em.
I just got sick of them. But now I've got over that in the last few years. More than the last few years, but I really, as I get older, I think I'm turning into Granny. I like them about as much as she does now. Love to grow them, love to pick them, love to break them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now we just need to think of something for dessert.
Ooh. Okay, I'll think on that.
Yeah.
Come up with something.
Could do a peach cobbler or something like that. I don't know.
That would be good. Austin would love that. He loves peach cobbler.
Got some peaches in the freezer. We could do that.
That would be tasty. You have any ice cream?
Oh, I have no ice cream, but I have an ice cream maker. We
Okay.
can make some ice cream.
We can make some ice cream. This is starting to come along quite nicely.
Yeah, okay. Well, sounds like me and Corey's got some work to do. We're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia.